Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to Imperfect Strike. I am your host, Alice, and I have with me a very special guest today, who is Alias Ripley. Welcome, Ripley.
Hey, I hope it's not game over, man.
Amazing.
You okay over there?
You mean like for the world, right? Correct.
Yes.
Game over for
Yes.
all of
It's about to be game over where I work.
it, which is the United States government. No big deal.
Correct.
No big deal.
No big deal.
How are you? This everyone who doesn't know us personally, Ripley. Ripley and I used to work together, also for the US government in capacity. Um, and we had a great time. You were such a delight to work with. You always made me smile, and I'm very happy that you agreed to come on here today.
Well, thanks, Alice, for having me. And let me just say, I think I might need to change my name to Riffley.
Ripley, oh no.
Oh, yeah.
Reduction in force.
Yes, indeed.
We're going to talk about it. Yeah, we are recording this in July of 2025, and the Supreme Court just did some fun things today, as they are wont. We're going to get into it. But yes, so Ripley, my first question is, how are you? How have you been the last 6 months? Are you okay? Are we okay?
That's a great question. It depends if I'm taking my SSRI medication or today was the whiskey that I haven't drank in a long time and belongs to my husband and is really expensive. I didn't realize that I when I swig that down. I'm not okay. I can still laugh
We can. We
and
can.
I
We
can
must.
still survive and move forward, unlike uh several or a couple of weeks right after inauguration when the whole DOGE thing happened and nobody knew what was going on every single hour of the day. And yeah, and it felt like, and it still does feel this way, that I am um being abused.
Mm, lady, the truth.
Yeah,
Yes. Wow. Truly. I mean, people don't talk about it in those honest terms like that, but yes, that's what's happening.
it is. It's you watch people. Now, let me just back up a little bit. I've been in my office for a couple of decades.
Yes.
M- Now, looking at me, you can't tell that. It's all
You
that.
can't. You really can't.
But, you tend to form really great working relationships that end up being friendships. And in some instances, you're like family.
Hmm.
So when you see your other family members and your friends being gaslit,
Mm.
unjustly told that they are corrupt and worthless and never should have had that job because it should have been based on meritocracy,
Oh,
then it is painful to watch. And even more painful when they had no other choice but to take the dreaded fork in the road.
oh my gosh. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's get into this. So, when you were saying these things like your fam first of all, yes, the office that I used to work in with you would had a very good heart compared to other offices I've worked in and offices I'm currently at, maybe. Like well, whenever you get humans together to try to do anything, there's always going to be, differences of opinion and there's going to be squabbles over admin and, normal stuff like that.
Yeah.
But the people care about each other underneath it. They really do. They were good people and they cared about the mission. They believed in the mission,
Yeah.
which was helping the earth, helping the planet, helping the
Hmm.
people,
Hmm.
all that. So, okay, so Trump is reelected, he gets inaugurated, and then these things about that you're saying about the meritocracy and people are being told they shouldn't have their jobs. Is this just like vibes that are coming from the front office? Are these being put into emails to everyone? How are we receiving these terrible messages?
Well, I'm going to speak for my own personal experience, which is I've heard from relatives even and neighbors
Mm,
who very much support this administration, had voted for this administration, and still to this day, though they've been affected and will be affected, still support Trump. And so when you're told, oh, what you did was corrupt, now I'm not just going to put it out there, we worked very closely with international aid organizations.
yeah.
And I think most of us know which of those organizations was decimated recently. So, yep. So when you're told that, oh, well, they took kickbacks, or even worse, why are you not helping your own people in your own country? Do you hate America? Or even worse,
Oh,
you're so un-American.
ah,
Yeah. Those are the words that at least I've gotten.
wow.
Mhm.
That dude. Oh my God. I am so sorry. First of all, no one should be approaching you like that ever. That's
And and it's
insane.
really, and Alice, it's really I guess in the first Trump, I would have fought and debated and quipped and retorted and all of that good stuff. And
Yeah,
it's not that
good
I
bird.
thanks. It's not it's not that I've thrown my hands up in the air and given up. It's
Well, and
more
it's
like
gotten
you
so
really
much
can't
worse,
change these
right? Like
people.
you
You
think
can't change
even
their
after all
minds.
this and you're
So
still
what's it
coming
gonna
at me with
take?
this attitude, you're still supporting what this
Yeah.
not man, because he's not human, this monster is doing. Like that's beyond.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And then what's even worse than that is in the workforce, when
Mm,
you have to interact with DOGE, either directly or indirectly, and they don't know why we're working in certain countries around the world. And uh, you have a bunch of children,
yeah.
truly, children, people the same age as my son, who's a senior in high school, determine what is feasible and what should be done and who we should
And
help,
and by extension of
and
that, who
that
gets to live
everything
in
else
these
doesn't
countries that we're
matter.
helping? Mm,
And,
wow.
yeah, and whose jobs get to be terminated. So recently, I've had the awful responsibility of having
hmm
to
Yeah.
look at terminate and deobligate a lot of terminated contracts. And these are people who we've hired around the world to improve lives in their own country.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
really a sad state of affairs. Our
Yeah, you were
office
saying
has been
earlier that
decimated
when
by
we were talking that a lot
80%.
of people have left. They took the fork in the road, which was the offer, right? To was that for Fed? It was just for feds, not contractors, but it was
Yeah,
you can get paid for 6 months and basically just leave.
yeah, yeah. You can get paid up
I
to
see.
and
Okay.
only up to September 30th with full benefits. And then after that, you're on your own. You decide to, yeah. And if you decide to stay, um, you're not guaranteed severance, and we're all hoping you will have severance. However, the budget, there's not enough money in the coffers out there to pay for reorganization plans, to pay for this whole huge move to get these government agencies out of the capital area, for people to pay the severance, to pay those who have taken the deferred resignation program up until September 30th. So what we're finding is people are taking money from this unit, that program, etc., because they went
To say
in
the
ass
fucking least.
backwards. They, they didn't know
Wow.
what they were
So
doing.
they're
And now,
stealing money from other
yeah,
offices.
exactly.
They're trying to get people to leave. You think that's they're trying to like pretending that they're going to
Hmm.
outsource these offices to other places that aren't based in DC.
Well, so there's been this huge push, and there are plans to move at least our agency somewhere else. But until then, check this out. There's
Mhm.
no because so many
Wow.
people, a third of our entire workforce has left. People can't there's no one managing a lot of the day-to-day functions. So what they're doing is they're going to have a reorganization eventually and a relocation eventually, but until then people could fill in another position in a
Ah!
different state, but there's no guarantee that you wouldn't be riffed anyway. So they'll pay for your temporary relocation to say, let's say, if
Mhm.
I decide, okay, let me help out California, they'll pay for my temporary move. But then when it's approved that for the rift to happen,
Yeah.
they can cancel me. So it is a very different type of cancel culture.
Wow. She's bringing the puns, y'all. Amazing. Different. Yeah, different. Much less preferred in my book. I prefer the other kind of cancel culture, I must say.
I totally agree with you. And check this thing out. So now you've got a third of what the federal government, or even more, that's out of a job. Then you've got all these contractors out of a job. You've got those with grants, previous grants. Those organizations, they're basically terminated. So it's flooded the market. So I have all these colleagues, former colleagues, who still, even after what, several months, they still can't even get a call back
Yes.
or an email back. Nothing.
Highly qualified, like you said, sometimes decades of experience, but that agency or those few agencies might have been kind of the only ones doing that work.
Absolutely. And they're at, on par with those who can really like work in non-specific roles. They can work outside of the industry, but still outside of the industry, there are no jobs. So I'm not really sure where people are getting this idea of, oh, learn to code, or, oh, you'll get a job. It might not pay as well, but you'll get a job.
Oh, I mean, it's OnlyFans. It's just going to be all OnlyFans.
That's what I told my kids. I said, hey, guys, we have to prepare for this. And they're
Yeah.
like, Mom, I'm sure if you don't choose it in this sector, you'll find a job. I go, well, I'm starting my OnlyFans account.
Yes, right.
And sometimes I let them catch me take pictures of my toes.
Which, to be clear, this podcast fully supports OnlyFans.
I
People,
do.
people go
I
out and make your money
make
however
your
you
money.
want. We fully support.
I've always supported sex workers. Stormy Daniels just it made them rise in my estimation even
Wait, I
more.
haven't thought about Stormy Daniels in so long. I was like 700 scandals ago, maybe.
Oh, 700 scandals ago, and yet the party of religious beliefs and family values somehow has also forgotten it.
Yeah, right. They'd be like, wait, Stormy who?
Yeah. She's the hero that, not all heroes wear capes. Some wear lingerie, and kudos to her. I really
Oh
admire her for stepping up.
my God, you're gonna make me cry. Oh, well, yeah, I mean, it's not even the same people running the scandals these days. It's like the eyeliner Vatican. I don't even know.
Yeah, truly. I mean, listen, even Pope Leo
Oh my God.
is so against this. So, and that has, those evangelicals here in the US, they got their panties in a bunch and twisted all around.
Yes, pop off the Pope. It's slightly annoying that I have to kind of like a Pope, but that's where
Yeah,
we're at.
I
I kind
like
of like
anyone
him.
that's anti-establishment, but moreover anti-tyranny. And this is where we are. It is the
Yeah.
playbook
Yeah.
of any dictator throughout history, from those in my whole original country, my birth country, to what's happening now.
Hmm.
I mean, everything was,
Mm.
if one could write a farce, I mean, Voltaire would have written this and the playbook for the ages on how to be a dictator. Capital D, capital I, capital C, capital
Wow.
K. Let's just make sure that's there. Dictator.
Wait, for a split second, my brain was like, that's not enough letters to spell dictator. I was like, keep going, keep
So, I
going.
mean, my biggest fear earlier on was, well, shit, we're going to have martial law here pretty soon because, at least in my birth country, that's what happened. And then 40 years later,
Yes,
the,
we were all
yeah.
fully prepared. We super did not know when like full on ice Gestapo was gonna drop. And
Well, let
it
me
kind of
share
has.
something with you that happened in the metro today. So, the metro today, even though it
Okay,
was the
yeah.
day after the long weekend, was actually relatively full with tourists, and some were wearing MAGA hats. So it was so crowded that
Yeah.
I overheard the teenage son of the dad say, "Oh, it's so crowded in here." And the dad says, "We should just call ICE. Maybe we'll get a seat." Y-
Oh, no, no, no. No.
Yeah,
No. Wow. I listen, there's so many times on this podcast that all I can do is go wow because
yeah. At
there's
this
no words.
point,
I have no
that's
words.
all anybody can say. It's like, don't you have whiplash? Political whiplash is real. I mean, it's like, I'm like, I don't know what to focus on.
Mm.
And sometimes I catch myself going, okay, the Epstein files may be really crucial right now, but let's not focus on it. Let's just not focus on it right now because, as we know, with the whole Diddy thing, it's clearly not a thing. But let's move on from that to something. Let's pick our battles, essentially.
I did not think Diddy
I
was gonna be going up
I always bring
today.
Diddy up because it's like Diddy and Trump are two sides of the same coin, except with different color.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Mind blown. Yeah, truly
sex
though. Sex
pests.
pests. Yeah. It's a terrible club.
Yeah, and
Nobody should be
I
in that
love
club.
that the dreaded and hated Musk called called out Bannon also for being in that circle.
Oh man, he's just spiraling. It's like they kind of kicked him out and now he's mad and he wants to start a new political party. Like I don't
Listen,
even
the
know what's
girls are
happening.
fighting. I'm sitting back with my popcorn, except that now they've involved all the Fed workers, and it's like, you want to fight? Okay, I fight you.
Yeah. Okay, wait. Yeah. Okay. Can we go back to
Yeah.
the funding piece of all this? Because so your office, I mean, the ultimate stupid MAGA goal is they want to like fully nix it, right? They want to fully get rid of it.
Mhm.
And like you said, they want to try to, I guess, pay some people to go elsewhere in the country,
Mhm.
but then they might still get fired. I mean, is there any chance that like you guys just get kind of reabsorbed
Well,
into a
here's the
larger
thing.
bureau?
You cannot get rid of the mission of our office without congressional approval. Okay, so that's the
Mm,
statutory
hmm.
portion of this. But you
Okay.
sure can
I
get
see.
rid physically of the people and then reassign those those job duties and responsibilities to other places in the agency.
Oh, see,
It gets
yes, it
real
gets so
tricky.
tricky. Oh, okay. So they want to like shuffle things around, fire certain people. God, it's like, and none of it's legal, by the way, like you just said.
Yeah, nothing so far. And I mean, he's done so many things without congressional approval. I mean,
Oh yeah.
when you've got everyone in your pocket, and you're the
Hmm.
supposed messiah.
Can I tell you, I'm still so surprised that nine justices on the Supreme Court agreed on anything, first of all, and that second of all, it was to return a, Latino man to
Yeah.
our great state of Maryland. I was like, what? Seriously? I mean, great. Thank you. That's the right call. But like,
Yeah,
how did
I
that happen?
mean,
Because everything since then has just been,
yeah,
yes,
no,
MAGA,
no,
go
I was
ahead.
just
Go
gonna
ahead,
say,
go
yeah,
ahead,
I
go ahead.
mean, that was a shock. I mean, the ruling today also shocked me because there was only one dissent,
Okay.
Ketanji.
Was it Ketanji?
Mm,
Jackson Brown, the
yeah.
estimable, the honorable.
Oh, yeah.
She's pretty great.
She's got balls.
Yeah. Yeah. I shouldn't call her Ketanji first. I think that's a sexist thing. They say women are more likely to be referred to by their first name and men by their last name.
Oh, well, let's just call them the judge. For me, she's the
That's
judge.
right. Yes.
Yeah, we
The
haven't
judge.
had
That's
one of
right.
those since RBG passed.
Oh, RIP. I still remember where I was when RGB, I can't say it. Ruth Bader Ginsburg, when she passed, I remember that text. And my partner and I, my wife and I, were sitting there and we were like, well, fuck, okay,
Yeah.
that's the
But
country.
now this is the country, and this is what I mean, the voters wanted, half of America wanted. And so a part of me today, and I sent out texts to my colleagues and my friends, and I was like, let it burn. Let it all fucking burn. Let them all drown.
Yes, let it burn. I love it. We have to build something new
Well,
from the ashes.
moreover, it's like scorched earth. They're doing it to themselves, you know? I mean, I am not about to become an economic slave in this country. And that's what's really happening here is you're taking away jobs from how many hundreds of thousands, if not a million people, and then you're adding
Hmm.
tariffs. You're not doing really anything to boost the economy. You are giving tax credits to the rich, fine. All of that is fine. But here's the thing, when those people cannot find jobs, and pretty soon they're going to tap into their TSPs, which is the retirement savings plan, and they have to uh, feed their families, feed themselves, pay mortgages. You know what's going
Yes.
to happen? The administration may come in and say, oh, you want a job? Prove your loyalty. That's economic enslavement.
Oh man, I had
Yeah.
not even thought about that. Oh wow. They're like, okay, you want
Take
your
the
job
oath.
back? Take the
Yeah.
oath.
So how
Oof.
much is your soul worth,
No,
you
no,
know?
no. 375 probably.
Buy one, get one free.
Yeah. You can
Yeah,
decide for yourself where the
exactly.
decimal goes in there. 375. Um, yeah, not a lot. I mean, listen, if we do go full Gestapo, like we're arresting people for what they post online, it it's just gonna have to be, full on revolt. And by that I mean I'm a huge fan of money revolt. I am, I want to patent something called the nap strike, where all I do is just nap on my couch and then withdraw all of my money from the American system, and then
Yeah,
you wake up the next day and it's
yeah. I
done.
mean, at least, we still have Jerome Powell, which is great. I think we did the boycott of the
Yeah.
Tesla. Awesome. Awesome.
Yes,
We
absolutely.
should boycott Florida. All of
Oh, all of
Florida right
Florida?
now, because I think that's what in Canada, so many people are not flying down, and those snowbirds up there, they're not flying down to. They're doing a boycott of Florida. Um,
Well, are we boycotting the alligators? Alligator
yeah, I mean,
Auschwitz, right? Like, are they complicit or are they the
those
victim here?
alligators are innocent. Okay, they just need to eat.
Yeah, I get
But
it.
what's staggering is, sending folks to countries where they're not even. or have never been citizens of. So you've got people being flown to South
Oh God.
Sudan. I mean, so again, all these countries that do need the money are going to get that stipend by being, I mean, what are we? Are we in
Yeah,
some like movie? Is this Waterworld? I mean, it's so dystopian.
it's truly insane. Yeah. It's yeah. Handmaid's
Yeah,
Tale,
I
Black
mean,
Mirror,
I
take your
would
pick.
rather
It's
be in a
whatever.
zombie
Hunger
apocalypse than
Games.
right where I am right now.
I mean, I have to, you know, like I just did a double take in my brain because I was like, we're making jokes about an alligator concentration camp, and Etsy is selling
Oh,
its merch
like it's no
like
big
it's no big
deal. Yeah.
deal. I'm like, yeah, like what
So,
is honestly happening, and why
so do
haven't the
you
aliens
remember
come to
there was
stop
this
it yet?
movie back, uh, what, a decade and a half ago called Hostel, right? It's set in Bratislava, and it's and essentially the premise is, and it's also the same premise as Squid Games, by the way. It's like, yeah, the rich and the
Oh,
wealthy watch
also
the
the game.
suffering and the deaths of people. And in
Yeah,
Squid Games in particular, it's people with debt.
right.
So,
Yes.
you know, it's really staggering to me that the wealthy right now, the oligarchs, are the ones laughing it all up, yucking it all up
Hmm.
while everybody's suffering.
It's sick. It's cruel. I
Yeah,
mean,
depraved,
at this point,
depraved.
truly, I feel like Trump, the first, I was like, okay, these people are either evil or dumb, maybe both. But at this point, it's like you've just got to be cruel. You just got to enjoy the cruelty at some point,
Yeah.
right? I don't know.
I mean, hey, listen, the only reason I try to maintain a moral compass, and I don't know if you've noticed this, Alice, but a lot of these people are much younger than I am and yet look three times my age. And I saw a meme somewhere where it said like evil really will make you look older. I
Yeah.
mean, look at freaking Stephen
Oh,
Miller.
compassion is compassion is good for the skin.
Yeah, it's better than my Korean skincare.
There you go. Dude, South Korea and churning out the content on the evils of capitalism, they're so
They're
good at
so
it.
good. I mean, I think this is why I've started and become addicted to Korean drama.
Oh yeah. Oh, I love a good romance K-drama.
It's the
There's so much
best.
like fate
Yeah.
happening.
But
Oh
it's like
man.
I mean, if we want to kind of compare this to another uh fictional world, it's the Ministry of Magic, right?
Oh my God.
And
Ah,
and the
I
White
yeah,
House just has Death Eaters all around.
truly. Dementors, the
Dement
Dementor turtle
yeah.
that is Mitch McConnell.
I mean, it's really it's sad because here we are just trying to do our jobs, just trying to do good work, and you're being
Yeah.
told you're not. Is again, I have to bring it back to that. It's the most debasing, dehumanizing thing you can experience.
Dude, thank you for putting it so plainly. I feel like this is honestly a breakthrough for me to just hear that this is abuse. And I have felt just this unending pain throughout the last couple years of the Palestinian genocide, knowing that we're all funding
Hmm.
this.
Hmm.
I mean, I have felt like they have just taken away our humanity in some way because we are unable to stop it, even though we want to. The majority of the country wants to
Yeah.
stop this.
Uh,
And that's, that's been this, but you're right. It's abuse. They're abusing us. And I don't know why. Sorry, I don't know why that's such a breakthrough, but it just is. It's like they only care about their stupid millions and billions
and making more of it. I mean,
and
I
making more of
mean,
it.
just the fact back, I don't even know what month that was anymore because time has really contracted and elongated. But when he was talking about creating a Riviera there,
Oh
and I
man.
was like, out of the
Yeah.
ashes, you're going to do this?
Oof.
Right? And that's really what it is. That's exactly why he also wants Jerome Powell to lower interest rates. I mean, this man. Let's not forget, he's in real
Oh,
estate. That's his ultimate goal,
oh,
right? That's actually his legacy. That's why he wants to tear up the fucking rose garden. I mean, what else? For
I
him,
forgot about the rose
yeah,
garden.
it's all about real estate for him. That's his
I
like
see they've
addiction.
destroyed, yeah, they've destroyed so many things. I kind of let the rose
I
garden go.
know.
I forgot
Well,
about that
I'm just so
one.
sad because it was during Kennedy's time, John F.
Oh,
Kennedy, when Peace Corps was established, when U.S.
oh,
Agency for International Development happened. So it's almost like this is the final sledgehammer to that legacy.
hi, Alice here with your first episode break. Have you heard of water? It probably makes up at least 50% of your body. We're not scientists, and we didn't look it up. Anyway, try having a glass when you feel like your nervous system is about to explode. A glass of water and 2 deep breaths will not stop the fascism, but it might help you get to tomorrow. Also, try jumping in an ocean or entering a rage room and smashing some people's things. Thank you, and back to the episode. Oh, but Final Countdown 2, a better world with land back and true equality for everyone?
I don't know, but let me tell you something. This is how the rise and fall of the Roman Empire. It was always from within and not from all the barbarians and the uh enemy invaders, the Anglos, the Saxons, the
Mm-hmm.
Visigoths, whatever. It was
Mm-hmm.
never about the external force. It was always from within. And not to say that America was an empire, but for a long time it was the very reason the way we lived was the very reason a lot of people wanted to come here,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And
I mean, I call us an empire. We're an empire, right?
yeah, without that North Star that gave so many hope,
Mm.
where
Well,
did we
right. I
go?
mean, even if we kind of hid behind this veneer of democracy, because it was never democracy for all, it was democracy
Yeah,
for the lucky, land owning white male, and then it got marginally better for some people over time. But we still had this American dream where your children could make more money than you, right?
yeah,
You could start your own business. Your children will probably live longer than you. And that's none of that's coming true anymore. It's like we've all got plastic in our brains.
yeah. It's now found in semen, by the way, microplastic. So
Ooh.
the succeeding generations are gonna all have mutated genes because of the microplastics. But for
I
me,
I was gonna say the next generations are all gonna be gay because of that.
I think it might be a better place.
And then I was like, wait, that only works if you're a woman for avoiding that.
Well, let me just tell you, I came to this country for the first time when I was 5, right?
Yeah.
And the most distinct thing I remember was anti-littering campaign and
Oh.
how clean the United States was. And it came at a time when, um, the Clean Air Act was just happening. So LA smog was starting to come down. People weren't throwing
Hmm.
bottles on front lawns anymore. And I said to myself, gosh, why can't my birth country be this way?
Wow.
It was just that because it's so visual,
Uh-huh.
right? And where I'm from, it was like, okay, there's litter everywhere. There are mountains of landfills that some will spontaneously combust, or people will live on huts on top of them,
Oh my God.
forage for food on
Yeah.
these landfills, and then a lot of these landfills will collapse, killing a lot of people.
Oh my
So,
God.
yeah, and so now this motherfucker there, Diddy's boy wants to roll back all these regulations, from
Yeah.
clean air, clean water. I mean,
Don't need it. Don't need it. Never wanted it.
wants coal mining to, yeah. I mean, what are we gonna, I mean, we're gonna all, are they gonna bring back asbestos? or and lead and paint. Come on.
It's really good for fighting fire though, right? Doesn't it? It
Sure,
doesn't catch on
sure.
fire.
But let's put it in our homes as insulation and inhale it. And
Yes.
and then you've got all these people that won't have insurance because they won't have jobs. So
Yeah.
again, they're creating a dystopian world. And then here's the other thing. If yeah, where are they going to build shop? In places, where are they going to live? In places like the Rivieras that are going to be created from really cheap land in suffering war-torn countries.
Mm. Yeah, that's what they want. That's the goal, right?
Yeah, it
Any
really
last
is.
dollar they can squeeze out of people.
Yeah,
I just I can never understand it. I'll never understand how people can be so numb to it, you know?
because they didn't live it. They don't live it. If you ask motherfucker over there in the, you know, on his paved rose garden to come and just stay and even do Peace Corps for 1 week, maybe he'd gain a little bit of empathy. But when you're far removed from all of that and you're sitting in your Tower of Babel all the way up, you don't need to feel empathy for something that to your in your mind doesn't exist.
Yeah. And I mean, there's got to be mental illness happening too, right? Some
Oh,
sort of
I always thought he was syphilitic. A
that's
pox
so
on a pox on his White House. That's what I would
that's
say.
so Henry VIII.
Well,
Yeah.
well, I mean, the man, he had all this, like, he had sex nonstop. Not that there's anything wrong with sex, but he's just a dirty dictator. You know what I mean?
Dictator. That's right. No, but I mean, I was thinking narcissism, but sure, let's go with neurosyphilis. I like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it makes sense.
He's just, yeah, rotting from the inside,
Correct.
taking the rest of us down with him. Oh God. I mean, I at this point, like you said, there was the moment where we were like, holy shit, this is all going down. We're going full fascism right away. At this point, I have been so inspired by the number of organizations I see fighting back
Hmm.
and the number of people who started. I mean, listen, I feel like 26, 27 hour speeches on the Senate floor, whatever, mostly performative in my book.
I
People can
agree.
argue about that
Yeah.
all they want, but pe when people start doing it, even if it's performative, it causes other people to do other things, right?
Yeah.
And after that, we saw senators going down to El Salvador. And after that, shout out Chris Van Hollen. And then after that, we saw, mayors getting arrested and people standing up. And then even Harvard was like, okay, we might fight back. I still don't even know if that was real fighting back or not. But
Yeah.
anyway, I mentioned all this to say I have been so inspired by you and by some other people that we know who have been posting so fearlessly. And I don't care anyone who says posting doesn't do anything. It gives me hope. So thank you for doing it.
Oh, you're very welcome. And I'll tell you this, I was really of two minds every time I posted, and sometimes I'd post cryptically, right?
Sure.
Whereupon my husband would say, I'm not really sure I understand." So, so, um, those who get it, right?
Yeah.
But here's the thing, and I was telling this to my office mates who sit beside me. I said, if they come in here and try to drag me away, I just
Hmm.
want you to videotape it. Let it
Wow.
go
Oh,
viral. Let it go viral. Let them take me. Let it go
yeah.
viral.
Wow. Did you think that was a possibility that they were just gonna like
Oh,
round up the
yeah.
office? Oh,
Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, at the
Jesus.
front of, so now there's like security and x-ray machines in my building that never had one before,
Hmm.
and DOGE
Wow.
roams around there. And I'm not sure if this is apocryphal or not, but in the larger department level buildings, apparently, if you don't walk around with your ID,
Hmm.
um, they can fire you on the spot
Just for not having your ID?
just for not having your ID. Now, granted, that could be a security breach. I can understand that in the Pentagon, maybe,
Sure.
right? But
Right.
apparently this was what was happening. If you didn't write those dreaded 5 bullets every week,
Yes, my other Fed guest and I were talking about the five
the
bullets.
five
Yep.
bullets, yeah. Oh, my 5 bullets were, I would make acronyms that had like fuck you.
Did you really?
I did. I had asses one time. I had bitch. I had loser. And then I just write my 5 bullets based on the acronyms.
See, this is the resistance, people,
No, but
from within
really,
the system.
I agree with you that a lot of it is performative, and yes, that works for a lot of people. And all the peaceful protests work for a lot of people.
Mhm.
And there's this big part of me that just wants it to be more forceful because people are getting imprisoned, sent to, the middle of the Everglades or to South Sudan, being snatched off the streets, being like a friend of mine who at Trader Joe's was stopped.
What?
Yeah, he and his kid, and he was like, "Yo, I'm an
Oh,
American citizen," and they're like, "Prove it."
holy shit.
And yeah, so yeah, I think we need to get a little bit cleverer, craftier, enough with the peaceful. Okay, I'm not advocating any violence, by the way. Okay, I really am not. But I'm just something a bit less, what do you call this? Maybe less funny, less witty, and a little
Hmm.
bit sharper.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I I really don't understand the hang up of like the nonviolent. It must be nonviolent. Must be nonviolent. And I say that, and I mean, I would never support violence against people. Against people, no,
Yeah,
never. But we are so propagandized in this country to think that property
absolutely.
damage is worse than most other things, right? If someone has worked so hard for their tiny square of the American dream, how dare you, but that's different. That's different than going and throwing a brick at City Hall.
Yeah,
You know?
absolutely. And yeah, and I also say to this social media generation, use that power and stop the fucking dancing. Go out there and not just tell the truth, but share the stories. For example, the story of the Mexican firefighters who came and helped with the rescue efforts in Hill Country in Texas.
Yes.
So we're calling them criminals, but they're coming here and helping. And these people who, a lot of them, it's a red country, it's a red county
Yeah,
even, they accepted the hands that helped
of
them,
course.
right? Right. So get those stories out because those are the stories that matter.
It's truly insane how people will believe when they know, they can feel it, right? In their gut,
Hmm.
that their lives are being, I don't know, oppressed, curtailed. I don't have a good verb here, but or adjective, adverb, whatever. Um, but it's such a distraction, right? They're using the racism to say, look over here, look over here, these people are evil, not your situation is pretty terrible and could be made better by your state government and federal government.
Yeah. Yeah. And I just want to put this out there to everybody who says that, oh, these immigrants took their jobs. You never applied for those jobs. You also have it so much better than they ever had it.
Mm-hmm.
And I know because I grew up for the first 5 years and then went back several times in a country where they just want food. They just want the same opportunities that you do and that you squandered here in the United States. It's so sad and demeaning to see, for example, someone with a PhD come here
Mm-hmm.
and can't find a job and is treated like shit.
Yeah. Yeah. And why? Because people are angry, but their anger has been turned into this thing that it's not facing the real issue.
Yeah, absolutely. And also enough with this, like all these conspiracy theories. First of all, it's a disservice to science to call it a theory
Okay, good.
because it's not.
Correct.
Uh, though you can't blame everything on the previous administrations.
Right.
Cloud seeding did not happen in Texas. Let's just, bust these myths.
Girl, you didn't know that Biden caused that flood? That's what happened. Oh man. Okay, can I ask
Yeah.
real fast about how
Yeah.
your leadership has been throughout this insane process? Because when I was at that office, they were usually pretty open. Like I remember Trump 1 dropping, but who knows? Maybe with Trump 2 electric boogaloo, it's been different.
So my immediate leadership um, has my loyalty for life. And it was cemented, that belief was cemented in this administration because
I assumed it was
the
even, yeah,
transparency, even though there wasn't much information, the leadership in the office did everything they could to explain, create charts, the difference between a deferred resignation program versus a voluntary separation incentive program versus the, early retirement program that was confusing everybody.
right.
And they took their time. They consoled people. They called people after people, 80% of our workforce left, letters were sent out,
Yeah.
calls were made. That was our leadership's priority
Hmm.
to make sure people were okay. And our leadership always believed it's the people.
Yes.
And I'm not talking about Soylent Green in this case,
What?
but I'm talking about, your most important resource is not the funding that you get, but the people that use that funding to the best of their
Wait,
ability,
I'm not
right?
smart enough for that
So
joke. What is this Soylent Green thing?
you're Soylent Green. So people were the ones being eaten. This was a movie from the 1970s, by the
Oh.
way. You should take a look at it. It shows my age, sadly. Um, but high in leadership in other parts of the agency, some have given up. Some were like, "Oh fuck all of this. I don't care." So didn't even were apathetic. Didn't even make an effort. Some used it to proselytize and grandstand on their soapboxes if they were, you know, uh, running for office. It was all rhetoric, lots of hot air, but no information was still being passed.
Right. Well, and
Um,
there's a difference between even if they might not know everything, they might not have the answer to everything. Offices where it is open and you can still ask and they'll just say straight up, I'm sorry, we don't know. We just don't know.
w- we just don't know.
But
Yeah,
that
we had
that
a
versus like just not addressing anything. There's a big difference.
correct. So we had a guest last week at our staff meeting who used to work in our office and said, "Oh my God, you guys are still so positive."
Oh, that's wonderful.
Do you know? Yeah, because what happened was, and they cannot take this away from us, is that when all this was happening, they thought people would start infighting and push and shove for each other's position, knowing that positions were going to be scarce. No, in our office, people bonded. People bonded even more.
Of course.
We have WhatsApp groups. We share pictures of our pets.
Hmm.
We at lunch for 1 minute, 1.5 minutes. So this is not wasting taxpayers' money. We plank. We do planking, group planking, just to get some much needed, exercise. We have potlucks. I mean, we have each other, and we will always have each other, and that is a true sign of a good leader.
Bing, bum, bum. Attention, all listeners. Maeve here on a podcast break. We've got a Maeve Light special as of late August 2025. The General Strike Discord is putting out an open call for educators of all kinds. If teaching excites you and helping others learn comes naturally to you, we want you. Join us in the General Strike Discord and volunteer with us today. Details in the episode notes below. Thank you and enjoy the rest of the show.
And that's why it kills me that this is happening to these offices where I know these people and I know these good people and I don't know how you've gotten through it, dude. I've just to have this happening to your friends and coworkers and I can kind of I'm in this weird office where we haven't been super affected. We've been affected in one way or here or there.
Hmm.
But I mean, until now, who knows? Supreme Court get
Yeah.
at us, right?
Yeah.
Um, but I just to be going through it, like you guys have been. I just admire you so much for, like you said, the bonding and it's how do you get through it except just, cry, a little bit of wine, get back to it.
Yeah. And what I say, some people feel guilty about taking medical help or medicinal help.
Mm,
And I'm like, you have to take the help where you can.
yeah.
And I'm not afraid to admit I'm on an SSNI and I never took it in my life.
SSNI.
And not even, so it's kind of like SSRI, it's antidepressant.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah.
Started it exactly a week after January 20th.
Oh, girl. I
And you know this
so
very
needed.
well, Alice, that
Ripley.
I don't, ri- I, COVID times were really tough for me.
Yes. Yeah.
Loss of my mom, and just for anybody. But and I thought, I was still okay.
Yeah.
But this is the hallmark of this administration that I wasn't able to get and still probably don't have my bearings at all.
Hmm.
I'm being like kind of ripped apart by the endless onslaught here.
And we know it's by design, but that doesn't mean that it won't affect you. I mean, it's like how because you don't want
Yeah,
to be numb to it, right? You want to feel things. You want
yeah,
to be able to process and feel things
yeah,
and not give up the fight, right? We're still in it.
yeah.
But truly, it's like I keep thinking year after year, okay, maybe this is the year I ditch the Lexapro. And it's like, no,
Yeah, exactly.
not this year. Not okay, now I got 4 more years staring down the barrel of the gun. Oh, but you're so right. The medical the medical piece of it is so crucial.
So crucial. And it's nothing to be ashamed of.
Oh, never.
Truly, it's nothing to be
I
ashamed of.
I don't know anyone who's not on SSRIs these days.
Yeah, yeah. It's I think it's the only one of the biggest ways for us to kind of make sense of what we're feeling.
Hmm.
Because a lot of us can't put into words what we're feeling because we're in a fog,
Yes.
and that fog needs to be lifted.
Yeah.
Some people will exercise nonstop. That ain't
Not me.
me.
Yeah. I'll walk maybe sometimes.
But I tried everything and then I asked for help.
Good. I'm so glad.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh man. Yeah. I never would have gotten through even Trump one without.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Listen, it was wreaking havoc on my nervous system, my digestive system, all the systems really.
Yeah. When you've got high cortisol from high stress,
Mm.
it affects everything from your sugar to your sleep. And of course, we all know that if you don't get adequate sleep, it shortens your life.
So true.
I mean, so it's all tied together.
Yeah.
I mean, we are a high cortisol nation right now.
We are. We are. I've been,
Yeah.
can I just say body-wise, I've been feeling really slow and heavy.
Yeah. So I think in Hinduism, right? I think it's called a vat imbalance.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's interesting
It's
because it's
like
not
lethargy.
the super high anxiety, right, of like early inauguration, but I feel slow. Yeah. Have you been feeling that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally. Totally. I mean, it's not even just because we've returned to office. It's more like,
Oh, fuck that shit.
yeah, it's more like you're wading through the quicksand, but you don't, and you see the branches and you want to extend your hand to grab one of those
Mm.
branches and the mangroves to pull yourself out of
Oh, this
it,
is beautiful.
but you no longer have the energy to do it.
Wow, that was like a poem.
Thanks,
You
man.
should
I wish I could have done that as a haiku,
You should get published. Have you
but
been published? Let's do it.
if I could write some of my stories, I think people would need more antidepressants.
Okay. We should write, okay, because you're a sci-fi nerd, like I am, right? Well,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
I don't think I have the chops to call myself a real sci-fi nerd. I like Star Trek. That's my bag.
Hey, that's the only one we should. I know the Star Wars fans out there, including my bro.
Yes.
It's all good and great because of the philosophical nature of it,
Oh, so
and
true.
it's quite applicable right now. But I say Star
It
Trek is our
it was
future.
revolutionary.
It's so
It had the
revolutionary.
first
You know what Star Wars was?
what? What
Revolutionary.
ah.
See, you can edit that part out if you
No, I
want.
like it. Revolutionary. Oh my God. But wait, so what was your series that you first saw, Star Trek wise?
Star Trek wise, it was TNG.
TNG. Okay. Yeah.
I think that's why I'm so in love with, Picard.
Yeah. My
Jean-Luc.
wife's been getting me into TNG more, but I was TOS. I was original series. That was the first one I saw.
Oh, nice. I mean, William Shatner, I don't,
He is so smarmy though.
he is so
Truly.
smarmy, really smarmy. But I think,
But in kind of the best Shakespearean type way.
correct. Yeah. And, if, I love Star Wars just because of this whole idea of the Rebel Alliance against the dictator, the
Oh yeah.
emperor, right? I think it's all great, but I think that for us, if we ever get out of this swamp that we live in,
Yes.
I think Star Trek is our future. We've got to think progressively.
Okay.
We have got to think of innovation. We
Yeah.
have got to think of what is it that we can do. And I'm not talking AI. I am talking about how do we inspire people to create things that will change and make certain parts of their life easier so you could focus on solving other problems. And part of the reason we can't seem to focus on the best way to combat, let's say, growing landfills or anything like that is because we are mired in the day to day. So, what can we do to relieve all that? And then, what kind of progressive mentality do we have amongst our lawmakers so that they don't impede progress? People are so afraid of progress.
They
They
really
think Terminator, right? It's really bullshit.
are. Well, okay. Well, I need you running for office. That was amazing.
Thanks.
I'm not a pro AI person. I kind of look at it like almost like nuclear bombs or whatever. It's like maybe it'll be there, like we'll have it. People keep being like, "Oh, AI is not going anywhere." It's like, okay, sure, it might be there. We don't have to use it. Like,
And AI is only as good as the data that's inputted into it. So let me give you an
yeah,
example. Today, we had a little bit during our break. Again, not wasting taxpayers' dollars here. During our break, we
don't at me,
had
don't
a lightning round trivia contest, right? Around a theme that's related to my agency. And two of the questions I was ChatGPT gave the answer to. I knew they were wrong. I was adamant they were wrong. They were wrong. So again, input bad input equals bad output. That's really what AI is. It's just faster computing system, right? So, you know, use AI if you have to do the things that can free you up to your best use your skills to enhance your organization or enhance your
you?
life.
See, I don't know. I might be a little too boomerish about AI. I'm like, it's just gonna destroy all the artists' careers. I'm very against it. Plus, it uses so much water. It's like,
It uses so much water and
yeah, I'm
energy.
really only here for it.
People, stop doing your Studio Ghibli type of avatars. Stop, stop,
Well, and like you
stop.
said, I think people have said like up to, I don't know, I'm just gonna make up a number here, don't quote me, but maybe even up to like 70, 80% of the things that it's spitting out is just wrong
Yeah, exactly.
in terms of facts. Children, we like facts. We are pro fact.
We are pro facts. We are pro science.
We are. Okay, yeah. So going back to the science stuff. So we should write like a revolutionary sci-fi government script.
You should, right? I mean, I would love to do something where we're going to rescue something, like something, maybe the two astronauts out in space,
Ooh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, that's
you
very
know?
Matt Damon.
It's so Matt Damon. Of course, Matt Damon has to be in it.
When
It's
I think of a man in space, it's always Matt Damon.
right. Or maybe at the bottom of the ocean, but it's clouded by space junk or sea junk or the great Pacific, yeah, the great Pacific patch is in the way,
Right.
you know.
Right.
So yeah, I definitely am with you there, girl.
Oh my
I'm
God, you
with
made
you.
me, I'm crying. Okay, so getting back to business real fast.
Yeah.
Have you heard
Yeah.
of the General Strike US, GSUS?
No. First time I'm hearing.
Okay, so I am part of an organization called General Strike US. So basically, the goal is to get 11 or 12 million people signed up nationally to all go on strike together at the same time, labor strike.
Perfect.
Yeah. So this is how I'm fighting back, how I'm keeping myself sane. I'm saying, listen, if I can just spread the word and tell as many people as I can, and if everyone, we've already got, 360-ish thousand people signed up. Um, if every one of those people gets like 20 other people, we could do this thing next week.
I'm there with you. I believe in it. I'm there.
And there's other ways to strike. I'm a huge fan of rent striking. Don't pay your rent, don't pay your mortgage. Like if you
Don't
cannot
pay
strike,
taxes.
because for some people it's illegal, right? They come at
Yeah.
me and they're like, oh, not come at me, but they're like, hey, Alice, it's illegal for me to strike. I
Yeah.
say, listen, the orange Cheeto is doing a lot of illegal stuff. We can't be worried about that
That's right. That's right.
anymore.
Yeah, absolutely.
But check it out.
Absolutely.
I have found a lot of camaraderie. There's people on the Discord. Um, And yeah, it's my way I'm keeping hope. So that's my elevator pitch for GSUS.
You don't even need to pitch. You had me at strike. I'm
Amazing.
there.
Amazing. I love it. Okay, well, even though we've had so much fun already, I like to end with a little joy. So, Ripley,
Yes.
please tell me one of your very favorite conspiracy theories, since we mentioned it earlier.
Well, Alice, my favorite my favorite conspiracy theory is oligarchs. For the oligarchs out there, is still the vaccine conspiracy theory.
Oh, really? Oh, that one makes me sad. That's your favorite one?
Oh, I'm talking about how ridiculous it is.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
How ridiculous it is that we are getting our medical information from a man who is not medically trained. I'm not even going to make fun of the fact that he had worms in his brain because that is so sad to me.
That is sad. That is sad.
I am more into stop with the whole thing being an anti-vaccine because you're afraid that your progeny will have autism.
Mm,
First of all, if they have autism, love them for who they are. Love them.
yes.
Is that really so awful?
They are a human worthy of love.
Would you rather have them contract polio or a life-threatening disease?
Oh, measles. People are dying of measles, for God's sake.
People are dying of measles. People died of smallpox until vaccines saved them. Saved communities, saved the future.
Yes.
This is not going to really affect as much this generation
Hmm.
of, and communities right now, but in the future, the more and more people that are not vaccinated,
Yeah.
the ripple effect through time will be great. The virus or the bacteria for which you're getting a vaccine will mutate.
Yes. Oh, yeah, definitely.
And I have a autoimmune disease.
Hmm.
Think of people like me.
Yeah.
Think of your grandmother. Think of that newborn kid. So again, this thimerosal bullshit is exactly that. It's bullshit. And all those women out there, I'm saying women, particularly all these mom mafias, out there that are like, make America healthy again. I want everything all natural, no vaccines for my kids. Please think of your newborn, your infant, your grandmother.
Nailed the impression. They sound exactly like that.
You know?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Listen, your kids, wheatgrass and limoncello, they need a healthy immune system.
they really do. It's the only way forward. Again, I'm for progress. This is, and to bring us back to the Dark Ages, during the Black Plague,
Oof.
during the Justinian plague, during all these
Are those different?
things that decimated. Yeah, there are like I think three or more sets of big plagues. And a lot of them, it's because, of course, no vaccines yet, no antibiotics yet, no antivirals yet, but also because of the, you know, kind of erasing nature and cities, that buffer zone. So as we grow, as our cities grow, cutting more forests down, uh, you have more humans in contact with animals that normally do not have, they don't have, are not in contact with. You are
Oh,
going to
yeah.
see more zoonotic based diseases. And
Mm,
so if we don't have the vaccines for that, I mean, just look at COVID or some of these Ebola or something.
yeah.
I mean, we need to be able to, we can't stop that kind of, sadly, that kind of destruction in practice because our population is exploding and cities are growing even more.
Hmm.
So why not help ourselves?
Yeah.
I'm just, that's healthy.
Well, and putting the funding now, right? And like you said,
Yeah.
with all this climate change stuff and
Yeah, put the funding in now
migration of
and
species
support
and
science. So I mean, if I'm going to go on strike, it's because we're trying to erase the truth of and erase scientists.
yes. Yeah.
So for me, that's my big thing.
I love it. Support the scientists.
Yeah,
Believe science.
believe science.
Yeah. Okay, can I ask you though, what do you think happened with the JFK assassination?
Holy shit. I think it was Trump. He went back in time through one of the hyperloops that
Oh,
Musk,
fuck.
when they were still.
Man, that would take a lot of planning though. I don't think he's got
I
the
don't think he's got the
the
skills to
frontal
pay the
lobe is
bills.
not working that way. Yeah.
No, no.
That's one of my favorite historical mysteries, to be honest. Okay, here's my favorite conspiracy theory is Stanley Kubrick filmed the moon landing.
Ooh.
And
That's another good one, by the way. Yeah, oof, that one. It's almost it's almost as good as the War of the Worlds. Oh,
like, okay, listen, people, I fully believe we've been to the moon, but that first tape, how did they beam that? We didn't have
yeah.
Wi-Fi.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Did it? Who invented Wi-Fi? Hedy Lamarr?
Yeah, I think it was Hedy Lamarr. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Was it?
Oh, Beauty and Brains.
Good job, Hedy. Yeah.
There is a wonderful book and a movie that's good enough because it has Jodie Foster, but Contact.
Contact. Okay.
Okay, you've got to read
I'll
it.
check it out.
It's amazing. It's all about, you make contact with an alien species. There's the science in it, there's romance in it, of course,
Yeah.
and there's the philosophical nature of it. So what happens? What do you get and after you've made the contact? You know, for
Mm.
many, it's like the eternal question of what happens when you get to the edge of the universe. And then what? Right? And then what?
Yes.
Yeah. So,
Listen, it all ties back to Star Trek.
uh, see, told you progress.
But okay, TOS is so American also because they're like this is I'm gonna summarize in 30 seconds. This is every single TOS episode is LOL, remember when we used to fight wars and then they go to a new planet and they find a war that they have to fight and Kirk finds someone that he has to explain emotion to by making out with them
Yeah.
and then they win the battle and then they go home.
Yeah, you summed it up really well. I love that.
Thank you. But I mean, so ridiculous. They're like, ha, fighting so archaic. And then he has to go punch a space lizard.
Intergalactic orgies are like the funniest things to me.
Okay, that's the name of the episode right there.
Yeah, yeah,
Intergalactic
exactly.
orgy.
Game over, man. Game over.
Oh my gosh, I love you so much, and I don't say that to all my podcast guests.
I love you too. Well, I'm so glad you invited me and allowed me to express myself in any way I can, and even curse, for God's sakes, that you're not gonna bleep that out, right?
Oh, never,
Um,
never. It's part of the truth.
yeah.
Listen, this is an oral history project so that in 500 years,
Yeah, when aliens come and they do an anthropological study of this of 2025,
right?
you're gonna listen to this and be like, oh
Oh
dear.
yeah. Oh man.
No, but it really feels good to have to be heard, to be able to say things because we've been silenced for so long and we're not being heard, and to feel kinship with
Absolutely.
people out
And
there.
that's the really what we want. We want a democracy where the things that we all want collectively actually happen.
Yeah. And I just want to say one more thing. Socialism, just because socialism is not communism. People, please study economics and political science. Okay, thank you.
Snaps for that, yes. And social, when people think about socialist countries, you're thinking
Yeah,
about a man who was a dictator and turned the socialism into a dictatorship,
correct. Exactly.
right?
And have you noticed
Your
it's always
Stalins,
a
basically.
man, it's always a dick.
It's always a man. Yeah. Dictator spelled D-I-C-K.
CK.
I'm gonna use that. Yeah.
That's just your soundbite for the evening. Thank
I
you.
love it. Oh, yes. I mean, it does feel so good, not just to reconnect, but to say these things out loud, to help each other clarify what we're even feeling and going through.
Yeah,
And I hope to see you soon and talk to you again soon. We'll have to have you back on because this was too much fun.
this was indeed so much fun. I mean, I think we covered the gamut of topics out there, from Shakespeare all the way to Captain Kirk.
But yes, definitely check out generalstrikeus.com for all our dear listeners. And Ripley, thank you so much. I am indebted.
Oh, Alice, it was my pleasure. We'll get rid of the Resident Evil out there in the White House.
Oh yeah.
See what I did
Kick
there?
it to the curb.
Alice, Resident Evil. Okay, I'm really showing my geekiness right now.
I love it. No, I was trying to think of like an inspiring Hamilton lyric to sing to you, and I was coming up
All I'm going to
short.
say to you is work, work.
Angelica
Eliza and Peggy.
and Peggy. And
And
we're
we're
out.
out.
All right.
See
See you
you
next
next time.
time. Goodbye. Imperfect Strike is recorded and edited by Alice and Maeve. To learn more about the General Strike or to sign your strike card, please go to generalstrikeus.com.